time is a bit short today. Right, we have to get you off to off to ordinary school, big boy school. And then I'm heading into London. There's going to be some tube, bit of board up. I should probably just check I've got that actually. And would you believe it, Soph has had a bit of a breakdown, coolant leak type issue. Jasper's been dropped off now and I'm taking the customary route into London. Well, I'm at Westfield and I'm running late because, and it's not my fault. Reason I'm late, traffic. Shocking, shocking traffic. Noisy old place, London. Smelly too. And I'm seriously short on time. Not my fault, it's just, I've got to go pick Jasper up and it took me almost 2.5 hours to get here, so I really have to leave at 12:30 at the absolute latest. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
You've got kind of scenes and stuff that's in your mind about it.
Not really, it's a vlog, so it's all a little bit handmade and, right, you know, off the cuff, which is how I like it. So this is Ling.
Hello. Hi.
And you are a relatively new Model X owner, is that right?
Relatively. I had it since the end of March.
How are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it. It's a great vehicle. The Model X. I quite like the fact that it's quite discreet until, of course, you open the rear doors. But it's great.
Yeah, that kind of ruins the discreetness, doesn't it?
It's camouflaged.
Yes, I can see. I like that. I'm a big fan of Model X. Gorgeous. You said you live sort of fairly in this area.
Yes, yes.
What's that mean from a charging point of view? Because I'm not seeing any chargers on the street here. And
yeah, so it's a bit difficult to, unfortunately I live in a second floor flat, so it's a bit difficult to dangle a cable out from that. Might be a bit of trip hazard.
Yeah, council wouldn't like that.
No, but there are a few options. So there's Lamppost charging, and a nice thing for me as well, there's also the Tesla superchargers. So there's the Westfield shopping centre where Tesla have 8 bays there, so you can go there. I can plug my car in whilst doing my weekly grocery shopping.
That
makes it super easy.
Absolutely. Funny you mentioned that. That was one of the exact points that I made just a couple of days ago, or a few days ago, in terms of inner city charging. Supermarkets. If you've got a car, one of the main reasons to have it is either so you can do a longer journey out of the city. Well, fine, you're going to use the longer distance infrastructure, or to do your shopping. And if you do your shopping, you'll be there for the perfect amount of time to just quick charge back up and have all the power you want for the rest of the week.
Yes, I go once a week or once every couple of weeks, and just go plug it in, go do my shopping, with the baby and my mum in tow.
This is a 90, so the battery on this must last easily more than a week. I mean, how many miles do you do?
On a full charge you can get 200 to 250 miles, but it depends on how heavy your right foot is.
So how many of those miles will you use in a typical week around London?
I would probably do, I guess, maybe 80 miles if you include like the school run and things like that, if that.
Yeah, so you can easily get 2 weeks out of it.
Yes, definitely, yes, that's absolutely not a problem.
That was close.
Yeah, sorry.
But I don't want to catch you. If I catch your paint with the grip tape on that skateboard, it's all over.
Yeah, that's going to be
I love that. I do love.
When I got an S higher car, I was like, oh, I have to shut the door manually, like so easy and so lazy as well.
Yeah, but you know what though? There are certain groups of people that really need that. People with young children and people toting cameras around all the time. I'm always having to juggle. Like here, I'm trying to put my seatbelt on whilst being my own cameraman. I don't think this is the first time I've been in a Model X. But I'm struggling to remember when I've been in a Model X. I'm sure I've been in one. Oh, I've sat in a showroom in one. It's not the same thing as being out in the real world.
Yes.
Wow. Right, let's have a look at these street chargers.
Okay, let's go.
My wife's had car troubles this morning in her Mercedes. Some kind of coolant leak followed by a stopping of the engine, which is worrying.
Maybe it's the time to buy a second Model S, maybe a Model 3 perhaps?
Model X. She has got her heart set on a Model X, but I don't know, it might be a little while. Although, actually, Model X, extremely practical car. What she might get is what's potentially the least practical Tesla one could own. There's a chance she might wind up driving a second generation Tesla Roadster.
Oh right, gosh, okay.
Because I'm 22% of the way to a free one of those due to the referrals.
Wow.
Which means that even if we decide we can't afford to keep it, it makes sense for us to buy it because it's 22% off. I mean, you can't throw a discount away like that. All right, let's have a look at this charger. Do you worry about those just opening and a car driving into them?
It's no different to you know, opening up the door by hand. Here you go.
It's nicely built in, isn't it? These are very discreet. But this didn't come from...
This is from Ubertricity, the company.
Oh, okay.
So, this is, yeah.
So that is a special cable.
This is a special cable which has a meter on it.
Right.
And it plugs in into this socket here. It has 3G SIM cards, so basically it'll turn up Ubertricity and authorise you to take charge out the Lamppost. If you're authorised, then it won't.
So if I just plug my Type 2 up to this, no dice?
Nothing's going to happen.
That looks very expensive.
This was because I'm on the trial program. It was given for me for free for trial, but I obviously have to still pay for electricity. Plug it in here. And the other thing is, unfortunately, if you're used to Tesla, when you go to charge and supercharge, you have a little button that will open the flap for you. So I'll have to just jump in the car.
Can't you use your key?
Oh, I've never done that before.
Press and hold the bottom.
Press and hold the bottom. Okay, let's try that. Oh, learn something new every day.
They added that via software because everyone was complaining in the UK mainly, because in the US all the cables came with buttons to begin with.
Right, okay.
But in the UK you didn't get like a UMC, you just got a Type 2 cable.
Right.
So everyone was moaning they had to go into the front. So Tesla added through software the press and hold, and it just flaps open.
So that plugs that in. So now you should be able to see it says please wait. It's now dialing up. It takes about 20 seconds. So it's starting to charge.
What's the keypad for?
I'm not sure at the moment. Everything all just happens automatically because this meter is attached to my account and my credit card, and it will go onto my app and account at the end of each month. They'll send me a bill and tell me how much kilowatt hours I've used. So
do you know how much you pay per kilowatt hour?
It's about 12. I think it's about 12 pence, 12, 13 pence.
I'll have to look into how you get one of those. I suppose it's more of a residence thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess more of a residence. I guess it's useful for people in the city. If you're lucky enough to have a home outside of the city with a garage and driveway, then you know, you've got your own plug-in.
Yeah, but it's annoying though, because if I visited London, especially in a lower range EV, it'd be great to be able to use. There's nothing that annoys me more than seeing chargers I can't use. And that's basically what you've got here.
Yes, you've got.
You know, because it's even worse than I haven't applied for the RFID card. Oh, you're a bit low. Based on the rate of flash.
Oh, really? Okay, that's another feature I didn't know about.
Yeah, you need to check out my channel, clearly. So it flashes quicker when the battery is at a lower state of charge.
Right.
So if you were at about 80% or something, it would just be pulsing slowly. You don't seem to have any problem at all with having an EV and charging it in London.
No, not at all. I think it's great. Great for the environment. It's smoggy enough already.
What's interesting is you're the second or third person I've spoken to that lives in a large city and in an apartment and doesn't have home charging, and also doesn't have any kind of a problem with owning an EV. And I'm starting to think that it might be a little bit of a similar thing to, you know, before people have owned an EV, they tend to go, oh, it won't work for me, I won't be able to do this journey or that journey, or there'll be lots of hassle. And then you own one for a little while and it's less hassle than worrying about petrol and diesel and servicing and all the rest of it. And I think it's the same with cities.
It is, it's very much so. I think it's a change in mindset. So basically, you know, you have to plan a little bit ahead of when you need the car and when you want to use it, especially for your longer trips. Yeah. But hey, you know, I think if you imagine 10 years ago, before Apple phones came out, we had Nokia phones which had 7 days of battery life. But now, 10 years on, your iPhone only lasts for 1 day, but everyone is used to plugging it in every night. And you know, you've got a full charge.
That is a very good analogy.
For a car, right? Can I stop it from the remote control as well? Yeah. And unlock it? Oh.
Yeah, you have to be careful not to do that though.
Does that stop? There we go. Oh, awesome.
There are EVs everywhere in London. And we saw a Zoe as well, just down the street. Very promising. That is so cool.
Texted you're there, so it doesn't fully.
That's why I didn't. Clever. Yeah, thanks very much. It's been very interesting.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of your Model X ownership. It's a beautiful vehicle. Well, that was awesome. Unfortunately now, I have to head back and, you know, do the whole fatherly thing. Get Jazzy in the house.
Hi.
Did you have a good day at preschool?
That's
Fantastic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how one gets home from Marylebone quickly, using sort of multimodal transport. Well, the good news is, it doesn't really seem like, at least as far as Ling is concerned, that having a Tesla, at least, in London is any kind of a problem at all. And actually, I would imagine for most EVs, it's no problem. And what did he say? He does 80 miles in a week? Well, that means that a new, you know, a 30 kilowatt, the old 30 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf, is still a week's worth of driving. Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's blog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And I will see you tomorrow for the next installment of my daily vlog.
It's my own fault because it said coolant.
And you just assumed that wasn't an important part of the car. It's alright, doesn't need coolant.
It wasn't flashing red stuff at me, and I.
Oh, it was just orange. Oh, it was just orange.
No,
Well, it makes perfect sense then.
Oh yeah, it was orange. No.